YouTube. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to record before this cuts off. It depends on my memory, but it's been kind of full lately. I'm sorry I've been away so long. I don't even know how long it is. I have to check when I upload this. I have a lot of updates, obviously. I'm not in my car apartment anymore. At least not right now. See if I can put this up soon. So I got a job. It's part-time dispatch. It was supposed to be nights and weekends, but they really like my personality. They say I fit in good. They like how I work. It's just like fine-tuning everything right now. Making sure I know how to do everything properly, making sure I'm saying like the right things to customers and stuff, how they want me to say it. And so instead of nights and weekends, they said that they are putting me 2 days, 9 to 3, or 9 to 3:30-ish during the week. 2 days off. 1 day will be a weekday, 1 day a weekend. This month, Monday and Saturday. It appears that I am kind of like taking hours from other dispatchers, particularly this one girl who honestly I didn't really like when she came in. I didn't like her attitude, although she's been nicer to me over time, but not warm. So the job's been going great. I love everybody there. Of course, that makes me really scared because in the past when I love jobs like that, they may not work out. And then when my boss gets mad, she gets mad at like everybody, like you feel it. And so that makes me want to quit because I'm like, okay, I don't want to deal with that. And I know I cannot quit. So, and I really want a place where I can be for a long time. The only thing is it pays minimum wage. But she said that they want to make me full-time. So as they get more techs, they'll have more hours to give. And I'm technically 1 hour away from full-time right now. Originally, I was hired for 18 to 20 hours a week. And my schedule for the next month is 29 hours a week. I think here in California, full-time is 30. Okay, so as soon as I got hired, my employment worker and his supervisor, sorry, I just woke up a little bit ago, they actually were able to get me into a temporary housing, which was 1 to 7 days. I was there for 2 nights, and then I came into this place, which is 28 days. And here, over there, you could be with men and women, but I don't know if they mixed the genders in the room, but I had 2 girl roommates. Here, it's all women. It's 2 rooms, 4 beds. When I first came, it was just 3 of us, and then today, our other roommate left. We got a new roommate yesterday, and then or day before, and then today we have our other roommate left. She got a little apartment. It's like a bedroom really in a community little village thing that they built here. My roommate here in the room, she's in her 60s. She has terminal cancer. And she got approved for the apartments my ex lived in right behind us. So I'm really happy for her. My car is parked outside. It did stop working. It is the battery issue. I mean, it still has the overheating issue, but now it's the battery. We've changed out the alternator, new battery. I met some guys, and one guy was like really helpful. That would sleep like where I would sleep, and he changed out the terminals for me. He was helping me with my car a lot. I haven't really talked to him one time since I came over here. And so yeah, it's still draining somewhere. You could tell it's draining. So I just got a jump yesterday from my son's friend's mom, and I have been disconnecting the battery. I didn't even think to do that before so that I could go places. So I've been disconnecting the battery to roll the windows up and down. My cat is still in the car. It was fine until a couple days ago. Now it's in the 80s. So I've been leaving the window down enough for him to get out. And I've been putting not this one, but like a full water bottle, frozen in there with him to lay on to keep his internal organs cool. My roommate, the one that had left, she had the keys to go check on him. Both of my roommates that I had been with the past 2 weeks, I've been here since the 2nd, by the way. Maybe not quite. I guess I haven't been here 2 weeks. They check on him. They're cat people. So my one roommate here that's getting the apartment in the room with me, she gets her apartment Tuesday, and she said that she'll be my kitty daycare. The only thing I'm worried about with that is she's gone most of the time, and she doesn't come back by like scheduled times usually. So I'm kind of worried like she won't be around for me to pick up my cat when I need her to. But it's just until I find like a more permanent solution. And then my regular caseworker, I've gotten a lot of influence, feedback that makes me think I really do need to change my worker. So I filled out the form yesterday, and I was going to give it to my worker this morning, and I forgot. Everyone kind of agrees. He just seems so like, meh, like whatever, you're not going to find anything, like the end. But I guess he did reach out to advocate for me for housing, but they said I'm really far down on the list, so it's going to take a while, and I need a plan for when I leave here. I know that they've done turnarounds where they send people back next door to the short term for like a night, and then you come back over here. But the person who runs this house, she said that she only likes to do that when somebody knows where they're going, and they'll be going in a few days. What else? Tonight I caught Grim, like another black cat was like bullying Grim. He was down on the ground crying. So he came in the car and he wasn't trying to get back out after that. So, I don't know. I'm kind of worried because I forgot he doesn't have his shots. So like if a cat scratches him that has something, he could contract something like feline HIV or just, I don't know, whatever else outside cats have. This cat seems to have a home though, because when I walked up, it ran to its house with its tail down. I did get a warning here already because I had no way to get my cat's food. I had lost my wallet. I found out on the day I got my food stamps. I had actually also gotten the child support, and I went to look for my wallet and it was gone. So I couldn't find it for a few days. I thought I left it at work. I didn't. So I had canceled my EBT card, and I had went into the bank and ordered a new debit. It turned out that like literally minutes after the bank, I went to the DEDD office to take a test, and then I went to go put something under my keyboard to like prop it so it'd be more comfortable, and I realized, I instantly remembered I had did that when I took a typing test the week prior, and they had an old phone number for me, so they couldn't get a hold of me. So I got my wallet back. Of course, I went to the store after forgetting that I canceled my EBT card, and it didn't go through. So then the day after that, I think it was, I had to go get my card, and then the day after that, I was able to go to the store just for a tiny bit of stuff. I haven't been crocheting a lot. My little sister's been supportive, actually. She like says love you and stuff. I usually say I love you. She'll say it back, but she's actually like doing it now, so that's kind of wow. My mom helped me with my car right before I got hired. She had said like she might help me with a mechanic. She did give some excuses, and then but she paid for the terminals and for some oil for my car because my car was completely out. It still overheats, but it sounds a lot better. And then like right after that, I had locked my keys out of my car, and I called her for my little sister, the one I was just talking about, for her phone number, because I locked my phone in the car too. And she was acting like they haven't spoken in months, and that my sister's not talking to her, which we've already talked about, and my sister has no problem with her. And then she was saying she didn't have her number. It was in her phone, but she was laying down. I'm like, Mom, you're literally on your phone. And so I had her go in her phone and give me the number. So silly. So I figured my sister was at work, because I texted her from the guy. His name's Albert. I text her from his phone, and then so Albert, this other guy, Thomas, this other guy, I missed his name, two elderly gentlemen. We were all trying to get in my car, and so eventually we did. Thomas used to be a tow truck driver, so those guys, I really wish like they had like tried more with me. So like Albert, when I first met him, I needed his help. I needed a jump. And he always hangs out with this guy, Ron, this older gentleman, Ron, who would check on me when I was doing my alternator. And the day before, Ron had given me a jump. I mean, I was needing a jump, like, every time I would, like, turn the car off. So me and Albert switched numbers, but when I walked up, he was like, hey, like, so happy to like, meet me. I guess he said he didn't want to, like, approach me, make me feel uncomfortable. And he was making jokes like, hey, I'm trying to meet somebody here. And, like if I would say he had a Planet Fitness membership, so I'd be like, hey, do you want to go shower? And he's like, oh, you want to go shower with me? And I'm like, no, like, we can't do that. So I thought he liked me, and at first I was like, man, whatever, but like it's nice to like have a friend and like have somebody to like talk to, I guess, or like rely on. And eventually I ended up liking him. I felt like he had the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen, and I think I still think that. I used to think my son and his father did, my son's father, and then my son. Now I think he does. So, and he has like the cutest smile. He has kind of a smile like me. His teeth are kind of like mine. He tattoos. Really too skinny for me, and he's a year younger than me, I think, or a year older. And then I was looking at him a little bit more, and I was like, kind of looks like he did drugs at some point, but his car was like super clean, and like he souped it up himself, and he was showing me like his setup. And then over time I noticed he did not like me anymore. I don't know what I did, but he had mentioned he was talking to somebody, or he used to be talking to someone. And then when he let me use his phone, I saw he was talking to some girl named Naomi, but he was like following up with her, so he obviously really liked her. And then during that time I had searched him. I Googled him, which I'm not going to say I wish I had it, but I found out he was on, is it called Megan's Law? The child predator, when they have to register. So he was on there. He looked to be about 28 to 30 in the photo. It didn't have a year. And it was for something like lewd acts with a child 14 to 15 years old and who's more than 10 or more years younger than you. I know that he had told me he just got out of a divorce, but then when I saw online, it was actually like 2022, so 3 years ago. And he was like texting from jail, calling her a B word on Facebook. I guess she was selling all this stuff while he was gone. We didn't talk about anything. He didn't say anything bad about her. He had told me that he just went through a divorce, and she kept the house because she had the kids, which he was perfectly fine with, and he was trying to get work. And then he had told me that he had lost a job because he was very sick, and when he went to clock in, he couldn't clock in anymore. And now I'm kind of wondering, it was like a week, or he had been there for like a few weeks, and of course now I'm kind of wondering if really it was that they found out the background check came back. So, because he's very charismatic, super, super charismatic. He had a great personality, so I can see how, you wouldn't background check him, or you wouldn't like assume anything. And then Thomas was like super tall, like probably like 6'5", 6'7". Then he was really handsome, Italian. He introduced him. He's like, yeah, I used to play basketball. I'm like, it's okay. You don't have to apologize for your height or like explain your height. And I guess he was like very shy, is what Albert told me. And but then like once I talked to him, he was so nice, like so friendly. Like I would have never known he was shy. We didn't exchange numbers. I wish we had. And then, but he's like in his 30s. And then Albert, when we exchanged numbers, I thought for sure he was gonna like text me hitting on me, and as soon as he didn't, I knew. I was like, oh, this guy doesn't like me. Recently I got back on, I got on Facebook dating, and I've just had like a hey, how are you type stuff, like 2 times ever, with just like a bunch of people. One person in particular seemed kind of pushy, but he seemed alright. I wasn't really that attracted to him, but he seemed emotionally intelligent, which is what I'm looking for now. Turns out he's not a great catch either. And I think we both feel the same about each other, because he was like really like persistent, I guess. He gave me his number fast, and then kept trying to call me and text me. And I'm pretty like avoidant, just because I'm doing so much stuff all the time and I don't like to be on my phone all the time. So, but then we talk on the phone. Turns out he has no car. He broke up with someone a year and a half ago. He says his exes are crazy, so that's a red flag. No car is a red flag. Being broken up for a year and a half and still having no car is a red flag, even though he said he was going to buy one within a month. Yeah, right. He said he lived with his cousin, but he pays them rent. Another red flag. No, not married, no kids, 40 years old. Red flag. And then when I would tell him about, I was telling him about my ex, like the stuff I was dealing with, he would like make assumptions, but like in a really negative way. I can't think of any examples off the top of my head, but I was like, no, actually, he just had mental health issues, but he was a good person. I could tell when he was having an episode, and then he'd like say something again that was like almost deprecating against my ex, or like, oh yeah, I know how that is, and say something bad. But I was like, no, that's not my experience, actually. So I did not click with that guy. He rubbed me the wrong way, and I assume I rubbed him the wrong way. I noticed my neck is gone now because I'm constantly like this. So like my muscles have developed like really high. I'm gonna have to start massaging myself. Let's see, what else? I think I started to tell you about the warning. So I got a warning, you can't have anything mailed here, but my car had stopped working, and I had no debit card or anything. I did get a little online card when they resent out my card. So I was able to order my cat some cat food. Thalen's friend's mom brought me a bag of dry food, but Grim hadn't had any wet food for like 5 days. So I ordered a case here. I did order a litter and the multimeter to check the voltage on my car, but the cat litter didn't go through because I didn't have enough money in my account. I thought the multimeter didn't go through either, but then so the first day my cat litter came, the house mother, I don't know what she's called, the house worker, was here, and so I got in trouble for that. And then, not in trouble, but like a warning, she said. And then this other one showed up the next day, and luckily my roommate opened the door and the guy was right there. So I have to be very careful. So I had to cancel the litter, and I'm just waiting for my debit card. I'm getting off track, sorry. I'm trying to think of anything else. Guess that's it for now. I can't think of anything else. So here's my update. Things are looking up. Oh, I think I told you I got approved for school, so I have to start researching that. I have my interview or whatever, like my meeting where I give them my information, is in 2 to 3 weeks. So I have to hurry up and get that stuff together. So and I'm waiting to hear back from a county job. Oh yeah, our house is haunted. You probably saw that. So that happens a lot, and it'll shut and latch, and then it'll open again. Like earlier, I think someone was checking on me. Stuff's moved all the time. I was looking for a stick for my window, and a stick popped up back there. There was something else that happened. I can't remember. Oh, I was walking to the door, and it like cracked open for me, like opened a little for me, and I was like, oh, thank you. So the 2 women that were here when I got here, my roommates, they had thought that it's a little old lady, and she likes stuff where she likes it here in the house. And she's particular about who she likes. So when I came in, the papers were messy, but not all over. So I straightened them. They haven't been messy since. I guess the house worker, the ghost either tries to freak her out, or she's not a fan of her, because like one time they all the cabinets were swung open. They heard a crash. All the cabinets were open. The paper towels were everywhere. The paper towels had just been moved from, we have this little like nook where we keep our coffee stuff, to the counter in the kitchen. Well, I guess it looked like someone had went like that 2 times. What else? Yeah, they thought it might have been like the back door slamming, but my roommate had locked it. She always locks it behind her, so that wasn't it. I haven't been logging the stuff that's been happening, but there's been a lot. Like every day it's like quite a few things that happen. It's kind of cool. But it's interesting because when I came here to this house, I immediately thought, like, it's so nice. Like, I would love to live in a house like this, to own a house like this. I could definitely live happily ever after in a place like this. The backyard's beautiful, the front yard's cute, it's very clean. I mean, it has some stuff that doesn't work that great, like the outlets in this room kind of go in and out. That could be the ghost. And it's randomly. So yeah, that's my life right now. I hope everybody's doing well.